Bootink. There he
Who is
is.
it?
Hi,
Is it
Iris.
terrorist?
Yes. Sir, I wanted you here an hour ago. Thank you. You are late. I am upset at you.
Get in, nerd. We're going cyberpunking.
Nerd.
Hell.
Hey, nerd. It was pretty brutal.
It was pretty brutal.
Moo.
Moo.
Brutal, man.
I'll totally love these cat girls.
Still can't believe that's just his real voice.
Yeah, it's totally brutal. I want to work for Cartoon Network.
Nathan Explosion.
Didn't the dude who Doom die? One of the essential talents in that has passed away.
Have they? I don't know anything about
Holy
that.
shit.
From a heart attack.
Wow.
Fucking brutal.
That is brutal.
Brutal.
Burp. Brutal. All right, so TC.
Yes.
Welcome to Cyberpunk Neo Kowloon, the Underhive of Boston, Massachusetts, the monotether in northern United States. You got your one round in random events, and we didn't do much to really establish your character because you did have to go early. Because you, like a normal human being, like to go to bed at a proper time. This is also why we give you so much shit. You have to suffer with the rest of us at least once. You were left in a bar enjoying your drink, and that's when a fucking passenger plane hit the platform level of Boston, Massachusetts, or the Cyberpunk City Zero, the first Cyberpunk Revolution debtors law-free zone. And that would have rocked the entirety of Neo Kowloon, resulting in an instant random event roll. Only because I like to be a shitty GM.
Mm-hmm.
Banter's like, mm-hmm. Fuck yeah, he does. So roll me a 1d84, please, sir.
Okay.
It's going to be chaos. It may not be an event that I want to have, but it's just going to be fucking chaos. And I'm going to see if this event will actually matter to you or anything else. 82. The Awoo Gang. Okay.
What?
The Awoo Gang. You heard me. Awoo?
Oh, no. God, no.
Yeah, so you're... You're
$350 fine.
You're dicking around, and you are in the bar, and the fucking city rocks. Dust falls, lights flicker on and off. Everyone's confused, like, what the hell is going on? And all of a sudden, smoke just starts to bellow out everywhere. People are coughing. People are scared. You're going to get a 3 shroud to perception rolls. And immediately in your area outside, you hear kids screaming.
Oh, shit.
Oh, those are the smaller humans.
You may, as shit goes down, continue to sip.
Should we perhaps tell the stream what characters are being played tonight?
Oh, that only makes sense. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. I think that sort of does. So going down the list of people we have playing today, we've got... Should I say your internet handles? Because that's how they're going to know who's playing, but maybe we should say the characters.
Internet handles and then characters.
Okay, so we got Jade Fan, and what's the name of your character?
Jared.
Jared?
I'm Jared.
And what is he?
I'm a tiger maroon. I'm about 6'6", and I'm a big wall of muscle. And I don't like confrontation if I can help it, but it happens often enough that I have to.
Aw, he's shy.
And I don't put up with complainers or whiners. Next.
I play Marlon Rando, who is a middle-aged for an android surgical test dummy, and basically has the bedside manner of furniture. But they'll gladly cut you up or run your drugs. So yeah, that's yeah.
Besides, you're the only one that I have character art of because you did it yourself.
I'll have to shit scribble other people in my inimicable,
I will have to shit
horrible
scribble
style. Okay, and we also have Microwave, who is playing. What is this, Shelly? And what's her last name, or does she have a product name?
Product name.
That shit's fucking racist.
Right?
Hey man, I'm playing an android. We got pumped out by Mama Brain, Shelly Pearl McGraw. Shelly Pearl McGraw.
McGraw.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It is a otter maruden, beauty queen, beauty pageant queen.
Who's that girl?
And then we have TC. What are you playing?
I'm TC. I'm Jerry. I am middle-class Punisher who dresses like Kira Yoshikage, and I hate everybody, but I just do things because I desire a quiet life.
The bullet pusher.
Eventually end everything.
Okay, the bullet pusher. And then we have Probe. Oh, Probe is here out of nowhere. What were you playing, Probe?
I'm just in the audience.
Probe, another audience member.
Oh, Probe, we're streaming this on Twitch if you want to see the stuff that I'm showing.
I'll have people on Twitch. There's no one watching on Twitch.
Well, I'm streaming, so you can do whatever the fuck you want with that information.
Okay. And then we have the Burzy, aka Berserker, and he is playing a media sensation with a robot for a head. So monitor face, that's not very nice. Miss Robot Face.
Mrs. New Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the name of his character.
He's wearing a robot face with a smaller face on it, so it's hilarious.
Is this the image we're going for
Yeah.
Burzy's character?
That's the one he gave me for it, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So elegant robot face.
Well, since we're talking about it, I'm gonna let me finish this quest on the thing I'm doing, and then I'll start drawing my character.
And then we also have Kane McCain, the Kane. So we have Kane, who is our honorable GM.
Honorable?
Do you have a super special fancy name for the person who runs the game in your Heartbreaker? The Heartmaster, Heartbreak Master.
Just call me the Heartbreaker.
Okay, Heartbreaker. That would be the funniest thing.
Soul Taker.
Yeah, if you replaced GM with Heartbreaker through all that, then that would just be the best.
Also, this robot.
Sad man.
This robot on my.
He looks like he's being potty trained.
He's totally not riding a fucking robo dildo. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, he is not. This needs to be child friendly.
It's not.
I'm starting to wonder if there's even people here that aren't just us from the game anymore.
Well, we have a bunch of people, regardless. You should all follow, because there's more than 4 people here, so we should all follow.
Hell,
Press
log on
that
to
follow,
Twitch.
like and subscribe.
Bitches.
And we also have Urist. And Urist is playing. What are you playing today, Urist?
A meat popsicle, not a person.
Okay.
But actually, sort of post-con from Space Australia. Really meant to be playing off of Kitty, but I'll put it this way: he's just muscle for hire.
Okay. And what's his name?
Grike, because
Grike.
Mortal Engines, and I couldn't think of a name.
Mr. G. Reich. No, Reich it is.
I am Greg. I am.
Is that all you're gonna say about your character, Urist?
Oh, he
really
also
what else
has
there is to say.
bionic sticky arm. That's pretty distinctive.
He's got a lot of bionic stuff. It's mostly stats, but he's got a lot of bionic stuff. Emerged from a cryo tube. about 100 years after he was put in because, neglect and corporate mismanagement.
Wait, so you were in a cryotube since 20?
I wasn't kidding about the meat pops.
20?
More or less, yeah.
Oh my God, is
Became
this
a meme at
Cohen
one
too?
point.
Is this Cohen? Because that would have been amazing. Because somehow he survived.
Going 2.0.
Wow.
I don't have enough limbs for that yet.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
One of the fun things is that when Urus says he's from Space Australia, he really means Mars.
Oh gosh.
I just mean regular Australia. But
It-
realistically, his family was from Australia. They lived on Mars. But
Yeah. Somehow
there's-
his cryotube got moved to Mars, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
Space.
Space Australia, I was born. Anyway, that's all I can think of whenever I think of this character is just like fucking with sea shanties, because Space Australia.
I think that is perfectly acceptable.
Have slow motion drop bears. All right.
Do they really drop if there's no gravity?
Yeah, that's the thing. They just float. They're float bears.
Even worse. Oh my god.
All right,
like a
so
minefield of float bears.
yeah. So back to TC since we have our characters
Yeah.
established. You were in a bar, kids are screaming outside, everybody else is freaking out a little bit. And like, oh no, what's happening? Is the structure collapsing? It can't collapse. Rum superstructure. No, it's not possible.
I'm just so fed up with everything right now.
You were fed up the day you were born. You came out of your womb fed up with being out of it.
I don't know about that. No, I think what really made me fed up with the world was when my family got turned into scapegoats for the Salem witch trials.
The Salem witch trials 2 point again.
Yeah, 2 point again.
All right, so there's the situation. You're going to have a 3 shroud on your perception rolls, which basically means you have to take 3 dice away from perception and figure it out on your own after that.
Okay. Let me look at my perception real quick. That means I had 0 dice.
Yes, but remember the skill mantra. You could roll social in the place of it at a +1 degree of difficulty.
My social is also 3.
Yeah, so you might be able to get a success out of that. You only need 1 success.
Oh, right. It combines the dice, right? Oh.
Oh, there's Microwave's stint. Shelly is a small claw otter maroon. She is a trailer park former child beauty pageant winner. That is, before the maroon company that made her repossessed her. Her, quote, adoptive parents, unquote, and not owners, who were totally on welfare, couldn't keep up payments after all the other trailer park people in the exoplanet went, hey, there's no way we can win against that. Let's find ways to exclude them for fairness, as they were banking on winning more than one pageant. So she got sent back to Earth, but by the time she came back, the Maroon Corporation collapsed after the anti-Maroon slavery laws were passed.
Oops.
Yeah. I didn't know, Microwave, if you wanted to go for the, you were put in like cattle cryostasis, so your body still grew, but your mind didn't. So you're kind of like innocent and you don't get it, but you're a child in an adult's body. I guess that's why some of your mental stats are really low.
Oh no! Are you going full shield? Really?
Why not?
All right.
Okay. Moving right along. Back to TC. You the dust fills the area. The lights go on. The bartender is immediately shelving drinks like, oh fuck, things are gonna fall, and locking them up like he's about to get the fuck out of here, but his livelihood's at stake.
Well, let's help him take all the drinks out then. Oh no, we're not in the bar. I'm sorry.
Alright, do I want to help him save his livelihood, or do I want to help children?
Is this bar the only bar you have?
I mean, probably. But at the same time, while I'm not a good guy, I do have a weird sort of code about things. Alright. I'm gonna go save kids.
All right, so you go to the bartender and you're like, I'll save your alcohol for you.
No, I said kids.
oh, I'm sorry. I completely projected.
You don't say. Somebody want me to roll?
All right, so I need you to make a success and a perception roll.
Okay, but it has a shroud of 3, so I need it. So it reduces 3 from the dice pools.
Correct. Also a combat base. It works in parallel. So you take 3 dice out of your shroud, so that reduces your combat base by 3 and the skill roll by 3. So your combat base is an 8, takes it down to a 5 because that's simple math, and then your perception is a 3, so that takes care of the shroud. Your shroud is mitigated. Next, you just need to make a success, and how you do that is up to you. Social is the best way to do it, because it doesn't cost expending a willpower point to roll, say, intelligence or something like that.
What dice do we use again?
D10s.
D6s? D10.
Yes, roll 6 or above. Hey, look at that. You got a 10, 2, and 3. That 10 means you get to roll it again. Explosions occur. So,
Oh, right, I forgot to include the...
exclamation point in the dice spot. Yes, please. Ah, it's a 5.
Yay, 1 success.
1 success when you needed 2 because there's a +1 degree of difficulty. I'm sorry, sir, but that is not enough. There are still things you could do, such as spending a willpower point to roll intelligence, because that would kind of work for social, or wisdom, because that is a more appropriate stat for the social column. But that you could just take this and just say, nah, I didn't pass, or you could do that if you wanted to.
Okay. What did you say you wanted me to do? Hold on.
I don't want you to do anything. I'm just going to go with narration if you decide that you want to try to get that last remaining success you needed.
I would like to get an extra success. What did you want me to roll?
If you spend a willpower point, that opens up your main stats as rollable dice.
How many points can I spend a day? Or, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can spend 2 points a combat round.
I will spend a point.
all of them in a day.
I will spend that might trigger my flaw, so I don't want to do that.
Don't do that, yeah. As a friendly, helpful player character, don't do that. That's what Kane wants.
That's what
That's
I
how
want.
they win.
So yes, you spend 1 willpower point. You have a pool of 27. That leaves you with 26. And I'm just saying math out loud. You're picking. I'm suggesting you pick wisdom because it's the highest one and appropriate for social skills. And you roll 4d10. They explode too. But the benefit of rolling a stat is they don't come out of combat base. You've taken care of 6 dice out of your combat base, leaving you with 2. This roll will not come out of combat base, which is a benefit for you.
I'm only really understanding like half of the things you're telling me. Just how many dice do you want me to roll?
Wisdom is 4, so you roll 4. Yeah, just as a reminder, hey, look, 2 successes. Just as a reminder,
Nice.
Combat base is the limit to the number of dice you can roll in a combat round.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 2 successes. You have made them, so you're able to fudge your way around. Like, okay, that's a person, you're a screaming kid, this is an innocent bystander, this is fallen debris, this is a light that exploded. You're kind of okay, you understand your surroundings.
This is a fallen debris person.
This is a person from the level above. Oh, shit. You're smelling cement and electrical fires. You're like, oh, this is not good. And the kids are all on the ground, on their knees, kind of like coughing and trying to figure out what's going on and scared out of their mind because who the fuck knows where their parents are. Maybe they're just orphans.
Why are they so close to a bar? That's the real question.
Well, why is a bar so close to children? That's the real question.
No, it's not.
Hey, it's
Why
a hot...
is the bar literally just this other guy's other apartment?
Yeah, well... Got to remember, Neo Kowloon is just a hodgepodge of whatever, wherever. So the bar could also be an entry
That's what I was
to,
going for.
you know, a school. Because convenience. Now that you're there and you see these kids, they literally have not noticed you at all because they're too busy panicking. Snot dripping from their nose. Like, what the fuck is going on? We're going to die. I didn't listen to my mommy enough. It's a scary situation. You're in an underhive. It's not a great place to live. But it's a place to live.
Yeah. Shit happens.
They're covering the little animal ears. Yes, Microwave, that is a good statement.
So, are they like trapped under debris or something?
No. They're just scared. It's the only thing that's happened is smoke. Smoke from falling debris, such as the smell of cement, and there is probably electrical fires elsewhere. That's filling the area of smoke too. Pretty heavily, I might add.
Is it smoke? Is it dust? Who knows?
Only-
Probably the fire marshal, but he only lives upstairs.
I shall attempt to get their attention by yelling at them
Hey,
my native language of space.
you wanna strong arm them into survival mode by using your intimidation?
Yeah, sure. And it's like, listen, if you guys are well enough to complain and moan, then get your asses out of there before this whole building collapses on you. And then I guess I'll roll intimidation.
Yeah, sounds great. You had.
Hold on. I don't think I have intimidation.
I'm looking
Oh,
at
yes,
your
I do.
character sheet. You do.
I have 2.
Yes, and if you'll remember, you had 2 dice left in combat. So this is a perfect thing for you. If your intimidation was a 3, you'd be stuck rolling 2 dice.
Oh.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that, 2 successes. You snap at the kids, and they just snap looking at you. They're like straight up, like, "Oh my God, who's that? Who's there? God?" No. So.
No, it's me, the angry guy from across the street. Get out of here!
So you basically kick them into gear, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they just literally like hold hands and like take off. Ah, okay. And they have no idea where they're going.
Yeah, as long as it's somewhere safe, I don't.
Yeah, somewhere else, I guess, is safe in consideration to this. So that was a combat action. Congratulations, you just fulfilled all of the things of a combat action. Standing there, absorbing the situation, you kind of look around. People are running in random directions. They don't seem to know where the problem is currently. Would you like to figure out where the problem is?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. There's a couple of ways that you can do this, and I'll just narratively explain them to you, and you get to choose how it's going to work for you. Perception, remember there's still a Shroud 3, still exists. You could use Streetwise to try to bypass that. You still have a Shroud 3 perception to really orient yourself, but you've already defeated that and placed yourself where you are. There is Streetwise to say, well, I know where I am, and I can ascertain what might have happened by using my knowledge of the area. You can also use education to try to deduce by examining the smoke patterns and where they're coming from. Perception is the...
Could I combine perception with street smarts?
You can. Being
Whatever.
that perception and then streetwise are a step removed because different knowledge skills. Perception is under social. Streetwise is under education. There is an automatic +1 degree of difficulty, but you may do that.
Okay.
Perception doesn't get the +1. Perception does not get the +1. It's streetwise that gets the +1.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna lose one anyways from them being unrelated.
Awoo.
Oh, woo. Alright, let me roll. Let's see. And I need to roll perception, streetwise, so...
Yeah, roll them separately. Do 3d10 plus 3d10, so that way we can label them. Because one has a +1, the other one does not, sir.
Okay, this will be perception,
Sure, 3 successes. Great job.
and this will be streetwise.
2 successes. Great job, sir. So your streetwise was 797. That's 3 successes, and your streetwise was 569, which is 2 successes. So the 2 for 1 applies for 1. You have total 4 successes. You follow?
Yes.
Perfect. 4 successes total, and you just stand there like some guy out of an action movie where shit just happened and the camera pans around you as you look around at the chaos and the disorder, and you're like, oh. Now, the streets of Neo Kowloon mirror the streets of above ground, and you actually spot sunlight beaming out from over there. And then all of a sudden, a yellow fireball as shit goes crazy from a fire explosion. Oh, that's a lot of fuel fueling that fire. You get a silhouette of destroyed building structures and people running.
So whatever caused this thing to crash down there is because it happened up there.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep, right over there.
is what I am able to deduce.
Yes. That
Right.
away.
That's all right. I'll follow it up, even though I don't got anything on me right now.
Trek your way to plot. I love it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start making my way there on foot if I have to.
Well, you could just have your suitcase with you. You know, that special suitcase that we.
Oh yes, my suitcase, my special suitcase.
So yes, you pick up your special suitcase and you start trotting along like a professional. You get close to the area and smoke seems to be pulling outward. So from Neo Kowloon, kind of like from the heat that's made from the fireball, it creates an updraft which draws all the smoke from inside of Neo Kowloon up and out of it. So you still obscured a little bit, but only give you a -2 to shroud to perception. And you're standing there, and you see this VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, hovering above plane wreckage. The ropes are retracted in, and the VTOL takes off. So it just dropped something off. The plane is on fire, and there is a death squad marching into Neo Kowloon. There's also 3 dead bodies that look like they were also a death squad on the ground. However, there is a difference in gear. There is a difference in gear. The death squad marching in is not the same death squad that's dead on the ground.
Oh, good. We got one of these going on.
Gotta love those branded death squads.
We got some 2 death squad team ups. I'm gonna print screen this.
Coca-Cola! Oh god! Sorry.
No,
Brandon
I don't
said
want to.
branded dead squads, and I was just like.
Pepsi and Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola?
Dude, read the Martha Washington comic. Exactly.
Just drop that back in there again. There. Now it's closer.
Beautiful. It's more functional to our uses.
There you go, guy. That's fun. Nice doodles.
Very nice.
Dee-da diddly
Not a
doodly.
shit scribble. That's a God's honest doodle.
Is there a difference?
We
Yes, like
only
shit scribble.
we only accept shit scribbles in this chat, sir.
No,
If you
it's
show
fine.
any proficiency, we will bring you down with us.
No, not that
So
complete
big-
opposite.
But
Not at all.
Banter does better than I do.
No, I don't. You're a madman. Keep your delusions to yourself.
I usually don't even make a skeleton.
Well, that's a matter of whatevs. But you get better. Oh no, I gotta work on the stupid logo. Okay,
Good job, Banter.
I'm best at being distracted.
This is all the art I'm gonna do for now. That's functionally enough. I'll finish it later.
All right, so yes, what do? Assemble rifle, go down and march with them. Inspect fallen bodies, inspect plane.
Is there anybody alive around that might shoot me?
Well, that would be a perception roll.
Sources say the Death Squad, but
All right, sir. You have choices in front of you. And you said, is there anyone that can shoot me if I do anything? So I asked for a perception roll. Remember, you're still sitting at a shroud 2.
All right, percept. Can I mix it with? I don't know what else to mix it with.
Social. That's the default without question. You could mix it with that.
Okay.
Just like that. Look at that explosion, sir. 2 successes on social. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. I'm sorry, 2 successes on perception. 4 successes on social. How many successes does that give you in total?
2.
The answer is 4.
I was gonna say 5.
Remember on social, the second grouping, it's 2 successes for 1. So the 6 and 9, the 10 and the 7. Those are each 1 success. So you have a total of 4 successes. The only thing that wasn't accounted for was the shroud on this. So that would have taken 2 dice away from perception. So when I say there's a shroud 2, remember you roll 2 less dice. So you have, we'll just take the 5 and the 6 off on that one. So you still have 1, 2, 3 successes. That's still pretty good. So to answer your question, the answer is no. There is no one here immediately that could shoot you once the VTOL gets the hell out of here. So it looks like it was a drop-off. They may get dusted off later, but they're going for a deep mission, so they're going to be in Neo Kowloon for a little while until they're done. There is also one guy who sets up right after they leave, and he looks like he was from their squad. He pulls out a black suitcase, opens it up, makes an aerial antenna, and is assembling it right there. Once he gets the aerial antenna set up, he squats, puts his ear to the an earpiece so he can listen, and he starts fiddling with dials. Other than that, the dead people on the ground aren't going to give you any bother, and it looks like the cockpit of the plane was smashed in because it went nose first.
Sorry, I keep zoning the hell out.
Do you need a nap?
No, it's okay. What do I need to do?
Well, I answered your question about somebody shooting you.
So will somebody shoot me?
No. I mean, if that guy wants to draw a gun and tell you to get the fuck out of here, he might.
Okay, I'll try to be sneaky as I get closer to the scene to inspect it closer, like maybe look at some bodies.
Some bodies. Well, the sneaky skill is hide and evade.
Yep.
So guess what applies to him?
What?
He gets a Shroud 2 to notice you because you have a Shroud 2 in Perception roll. That Shroud also applies to him because it's environmental.
Neat.
Yay. You're going to get a bonus.
A bonus what?
Well, not to your roll. It's actually a bonus
Oh.
to his. It's a negative to his roll. Oh, shit.
Oh.
That's a 5, 1, and a 2.
Oh no.
Oh, no. So, ones are a thing. It's not a bad one. That's actually going to... Only thing that I could say that this is going to affect is going to take away 1 of his Shroud. So his Shroud, because of your fuck-up, goes from 2 to 1.
Oh dear.
Dear. He has a perception of 4. So he's going to roll 3d10. Wish him luck. He got a 9-9. So you start to descend. He literally looks at you, and you see him eyeball you. He's like, He stares at you while listening, and he does not move. It appears he has spotted you, but has not taken you as an aggressor, as you were going down to the plane to loot the bodies. A common Neo Kowloon event.
I didn't want to get the bodies, though.
Well, that's his perception. We'll just say that, I mean, since people as descending upon opportunity, a wrecked plane is a grand opportunity, he probably expected residents of Neo Kowloon to start being ballsy and take whatever they could profit from. What does he give a shit about people he shot?
So
I don't like this.
Bad situation?
I'm very busy. I'm distracted by something else now.
Would you like us to give you a few minutes?
I would like to run away.
You're like, oh, you notice me? How about I go hide somewhere else? Bye. Probably not so cartoonish, but yes. All right, so you turn around, march your ass back out, and disappear to the Neo Kowloon structure.
out of curiosity, what kind of fire suppression's going on right now?
None.
So it's just burning out of control.
Yeah.
And those guys are just kind of calmly sitting on their asses?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
They must be flame retardant. We must get their gear.
Or they're not. They're just not being around the flame.
I didn't want to go first to begin with.
Well, I wanted to go first with you because you usually leave earlier, and I wanted to give you more opportunity. But it's all right. We're still adapting to a new system, and we're still adapting to a new game. Ain't mad. So with that, we can get with the rest of the crew and not string a TC along, and get with the primary plot that involves Jade's character, Banter's character, Microwave's character, Bearsy's character, and Urist's character.
Oh boy.
All of these individuals have basically given themselves a semi-truce after having strong-armed a building that someone else strong-armed from somebody else. This is what you might call the local takeover.
My house.
The house that you invaded from somebody else.
Hey, they're all dead. It's mine now.
So, just to recap, Banter's character was looking for a place to stay, found a place to stay that he was given that was an open place, opened the door like, I wonder if this is going to be suitable for my needs, to find it being occupied by squatters. Banter, being his awkward self as an android, used his androgynous android powers to make them very uncomfortable and convince them that he's okay, so they sent him on a mission to go get food, and that's when shit went down. Well, as Banter and crew got the Maruden out of the plane, took her to a quote-unquote safe house, they're now returning to find that the original squatters that were squatting had been removed from the premises to find a new squatter in its place, known as Urist's character. After a brief guns-out showdown, they all decided to play nice and investigate the new thing they found, which is a brand new Maruden. Or not a brand new Maruden, she's an older Maruden, first generation.
Oldest Maruden.
Yeah, that came out of a cloning vat, or not cloning vat, cryo vat, and is now in a semi-dangerous health state on the floor, or couch. So, Jade, Banter, Microwave, Bearsy, and Urist. What to do? I know it's a huge open table, but you can talk freely between each other. In character, mind you. Jade, Urist.
I agree with Microwave. We do need a doctor. With someone with really good first aid.
At minimum, someone with first aid would be extremely beneficial.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever figured out who we're going to get that help.
No, because the person that it's supposed to be is not going to be able to join us today.
Yeah.
Grunts in agreement. Alright, so Banter, the android. Oh my, Banter actually has first aid.
Banter.
Banter, why are you being so quiet? Did you fall asleep and nobody noticed, or did you get up and walk away?
I've been talking the whole time.
Oh, you've been muted. You pulled a Banter.
You know what? This is basically the robot going over the camera.
You just kind of zoning out.
Leave. I'll help carry and fix your prize. We need to leave. There is fire. Any of you know a safer place than this?
And I think we agreed to go to the Otter House.
Let's go to Otter House. Shelly, let's follow you. Who wants to help me with this? Is there anything we can put over it? Any jacket? Anything else? This is going to be an obvious shape. They will be able to tell what it is.
3 people's worth of dead clothes in the
Works
house.
for me.
I say OOC. And also, a whole first aid kit worth of bandages.
Let's do this. I will attempt to... I'll help. Whatever we need to do. Let's get out quickly. Who's the leader? Because I'm not.
You can ask that question out loud, Urist. It's the random statements that I wanted to text.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, how close is the fire to here?
Far enough away where you're not inundated with smoke, as long as it doesn't spread.
Well, it's mostly made out of concrete and steel down here, right?
Yeah.
It's all of the stuff in the middle that...
It's all of the random junk and clothes piles and cardboard boxes and...
other infrastructure and people and this is one big dumpster fire.
It is one big dumpster fire contained in a dumpster. All right, Microwave. No shroud to perception for you. You may roll perception freely. Since you would like to look outside. What exactly are you looking for, Microwave? You just generally looking? Ah, yes, the coats and stuff. So you kind of look around inquisitively at various items. There are definitely 3 people's worth of dead bodies here. However, they're huge comparison to the Unit 001 Maruden. That's a tiny bunny girl. And she'll be swamped in these clothes. However, they'll probably hide her form well enough that nobody would notice her if someone was to do a cute hide and evade roll to hide the body in these giant clothes.
Oh, I have that skill.
Yes, there are multiple people with that skill.
Oh, we could keep her ears down to her head. Bandages, I don't know.
Outside in the marketplace. I got you, Microwave. So specifically, not here. Not these dead bodies worth of bloody clothes. So outside the marketplace, people aren't really selling. They're kind of closing down shop because this was a thing that rocked the entirety of Neo Kowloon. So in this immediate area, there aren't people who are interested in selling you anything right now. For their own safety. Because what can happen? Well, mass looting and rioting. Bunker down, save yourself, save your gear, save your livelihood. Microwave says to everybody else, we can't get any clean clothes from this level. Jade, you've been awful quiet during this interaction.
Character's honestly a little overwhelmed. Lots going on. I was looking at my character sheet, seeing if I could pull anything out, and I don't really have a whole lot.
Urist, do you happen to have spare clothes hanging out?
Like I said, there are 3 dead bodies with clothes. One of them suffered an internal decapitation somehow, and isn't bleeding. I'm just saying.
Most of the damage you did to them was blunt force trauma, wasn't it?
Once I got inside close enough, yes. Rounds for this gun are really fucking expensive. I'd like to save as many as I could, you know, as often as I could. So yes. Also, yeah, my character is 6'8". His clothes won't fit her.
There is that general concept with a lot of the individuals around here that with the available clothes. None of the clothes that seem to be here will fit her.
I feel like as a player, I'd be like, make a dress shirt. Gosh, it's not that hard, guys. Make a shirt and turn it into a dress. It's really cute. Wait a second, I'm a man. My character doesn't have any sense of this. I can't suggest this.
Plus, the less of her that's visible, the better.
Exactly.
So,
big giant shirt, turn it into a cute dress. Like it's with pants on.
I have knives. I have cutting implements. I can cut it shorter if needed.
Oh, Banter, the impromptu tailor.
Believe it or not, I'm good at sewing and cutting. Off the record, I have surgical practice. You bet I am. So is this going to be education surgical practice?
Yes.
For 6 dice?
No, 3 and 3, because remember, your education has a +1 degree of difficulty. And you're also applying surgical practice to something that isn't skin. I could insist that you have a +1 degree of difficulty, but tailoring is not a specific skill, so it can also be argued that education would be the preferred go-to skill. Making surgical practice. Well, remember how you use your skills up to the narrative position that you have put yourself into, or I have
damn knives for my fingertips if I need to. So I can certainly make scissors, and I have a dexterity of 8, so I could certainly, and I'm strong as hell, so I can sewing machine what I gotta.
Mm-hmm. You can. You have the suture skills. You have the suture supplies, I'm assuming.
And I got the torque. So
you got the torque. So I will let you roll all 6 dice in one go.
Okay. So for the kids at home, if you have a good enough reason and the GM's cool with it, and you're not like going to win the world, I guess it could happen. Okay. Explosive too?
Yes, always explosive. The
Exploding
only
means when I get a 10, it makes another 10.
yes, it makes another success. It makes another die that you can roll.
2
A
successes.
1, a 9, and a 7, a 3, and a 4, and a 2. Yeah, so that's 2 successes. Hey, 1 success is usually all that you care for. 1 success creates the success. Extra successes mean that you did better and better and better and better. So, starting at 1 success, you made 2 successes. That's actually not bad. Urist starts to, as you have typed in, you could actually say that.
Yeah, just you guys were discussing stuff.
That's-
I'm making noises on my own end, and yeah.
So that's fine. Urist starts stripping bodies. Of course, you need to start putting dollar bills down their pants.
Can I roll hide and evade to attempt to make this better?
To make what better?
To compound his successes.
His
Like the
successes.
disguise.
His successes aren't successes. His successes are fitting.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, his
So-
successes aren't hiding successes. He's generally his role was to attempt to make clothes that fit her.
So I can add other skills onto this, right?
Yes, you can add other skills onto it for an effect. Name your effect.
Well, I was going to add social perception onto a hide and evade roll, just to see how much it could make this not look like, somebody we're trying to hide, and rather make it look like yet another unconscious body from Neo Kowloon.
That would just be hide and evade. I would give you streetwise on top of that to make it look like a hidden body from Neo Kowloon. I see what you're going with the social perception angle.
I don't have streetwise thing.
Well, I'm gonna put it in your lap. Justify social perception. I can see an angle, but I want you to explain your angle.
It's less like physically hiding the body and more making it look uninteresting. Just knowing what does and does not pass for something that's noteworthy. If somebody sees a trawling around dead bodies and this injured body in a wheelbarrow, is it going to look like something worthy of taking note to, or is it just going to be something that glosses over into the background?
Okay, so I was looking for the specific keyword for social perception for the residents of Neo Kowloon.
Well, yes, that's what I was.
Wouldn't work above city levels like proper Boston proper, but it'll work below.
When you've got somebody who's dressed up half in a tarp, and a dust mask and safety glasses.
Sounds good to me. Good enough. I will let you combine those 2 skills and give us in a general effect. How well do you hide the body?
Excellent. Plus 5d10, which will have a plus 1 degree of difficulty. Hot diggity damn.
Count your successes.
So the first one's hide and evade. That's 1, 2. The next one is social perception, which is 1, 2. That's another 1, so 3. 3, 4. That's 4 successes.
Yeah, 4 successes on the second one, plus 1 degree of difficulty, which makes 2 successes. So the total
Yep.
4 successes. You are absolutely correct, sir. Good job.
I'm remembering this.
You're remembering. This is your second foray into the system.
Yes.
All right, so you have done a great job. You as Banter makes the clothes and starts to set them up next to the girl, you are dressing the girl as a dead body. Oops, looks like you got punched here. Oh, this little shotgun shot right here. We shouldn't use
Rubbing
that.
into blood.
Right. But let's stain this up here. Let's even apply a little blood makeup to the little bunny girl. Here you go. Wiping her face with a little bit of the blood. And you're like, you stand back like an artist and you're like, that looks like a dead body.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Trick
Wouldn't know
number
from the
2.
hole in the wall.
Banter and Urist get her set up like a couple of genuinely effective folks. Jade and Microwave. What's next on the go list?
I am here. Jesus.
Don't fall asleep on me now.
I'm not. I'm playing another game.
Naughty!
Waiting for my turn. I'm sorry.
You're cheating on me.
I am.
Funny.
I'm playing
Cheating
an
on your
ancient
length.
Egyptian game called Senate. I'm sorry. It's just rolling dice. It's mindless.
Well, it is your goal. It's you're up.
It's my
and
go as a giant scary tiger man that doesn't know what's going on other
Well-
than that looks like real blood. Excellent. We got her dressed up. Now we gotta figure out where we're going. Do we have a wheelbarrow? Like,
Wheelbarrow would be handy since you don't have one.
I'll
There-
go find a wheelbarrow. How about that?
Dead body carts are handy. Yeah. So, what skills would you like to use, and how will you justify using them?
Honestly, I feel like that's kind of like either swiftness of go find the thing, and probably perception. Perception of where is it going to be, and how fast can I get back there?
All right. So, swiftness to do this as quickly as possible. General perception, just to be able to find one as quickly as possible. My goodness. What's the total number of dice on that, Jade?
On the swiftness or on the
Swiftness and perception, yes.
And
10, okay. And what's your combat base?
my combat is 12.
Wonderful. So that's fewer dice in your combat base. The swiftness, I will not give you a plus degree of difficulty. However, carts and other supplies are being absconded with in rapid succession right now. Mainly because it's a little bit chaotic. Dead body carts to harvest dead bodies are actually a common thing and a good way to make a little bit of a cheap profit when you strip them of all the valuables. I am going to give you a shroud of 5 because it's bloody difficult on perception. Now, you remember how shroud works, right, Jade?
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes away from your die roll. You're doing swiftness and perception, which is a total of 10 dice.
Yes.
I'm giving you a shroud 5, which leaves you with...
Yes.
So roll the remaining dice.
So it takes away how many? 1 or 2?
5.
5.
Shroud 5 takes away 5 dice. And
Oh, she seems to have left the call.
she did.
We can go back to me. You'll have to give me like a rundown of what the hell I was doing while I was distracted. Like I came upon a guy, he was making a thing, and then he shot at me because I failed my hide and evade or whatever.
Oh, he didn't shoot at you. He shot you a glare.
Oh.
Anyway.
I would have ignored that and just tried to loot. Oh well, let it
Well,
get
well-
back to me.
We'll get back to it, yeah. If you could summarize the stuff in the house at your convenience. Yes, I will. Hello, Jade. Welcome back. It's like you rolled your dice and you left us. You're like, hi, I rolled die. Bye.
Or if not loot, at least to look at shit.
Hello.
I'm fine other than I tried to roll on the wrong shoulder,
Ah,
and my internet's being cronky right now.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
doing this all
sorry.
night.
cranky
You gotta
internet.
Stop fidgeting.
Well, it's the bad weather, isn't it? All right, Jade. You made 2 successes on your roll, but you also made a 1-1. If 1s are greater than successes, then I worry about the 1s. But you made more successes, so thumbs up. 7 and 8.
Yay!
All right, so you run out there and you start dashing back and forth. Okay, where's a cart? Where's a cart? Where's a cart? You find 2 dudes fighting over a cart. They're like, no, it's mine. They pushing and shoving each other. No, it's mine. And they're like, no, I'm going to use this cart. No, I'm going to use this cart. And one guy throws his bag on the cart. It literally looks like his dirty laundry. He's like, it's my cart. But this is probably
Just like pick the guy up, like, okay, so yourself, like.
this is probably the only cart you're going to find. So you're just going to run up to him and like pick one up and just toss him?
Yep, pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Whose cart is this?
Mine.
All right, Jade. Throw is not part of your principles of fighting. You have block, kick, and punch, though you still can throw.
True.
It's a +1 degree of difficulty, as per the normal rule. So you'll see that used a lot. Now, you can, of course, intimidate. You can also
I didn't think of that. That's a good idea.
you can also intimidate with gun. I'll give you a -1 degree of difficulty because gun.
Well, that
If you
seems
show
like a
up with
really.
the biggest gun,
That sounds like who has the biggest gun, but that sounds like a great idea. Like, mine, I need this.
Like, hey guys, walk. So, would you like to roll intimidation instead?
Yes, please.
Okay. You may roll your intimidation. Go for it. Now, at a -1 degree of difficulty, that means 1 success gives you 2 successes.
None. I finger the pistol and drop it like, dang it.
Oh, you didn't botch, Jade. You didn't botch, so I won't say you dropped the pistol, but you're like, I could throw you, I could punch you, I could use the gun to intimidate. You're like looking at them, and they both look over at you as you stare at them indecisively about what you're going to do, and you're like, and you pull your gun out, and they look at the gun, and they're like, what? The hell? Let's see here. Any stack employed?
So useful, Kane. This is why my character.
Are they going to feel sorry for her and teach her how to properly intimidate someone? Like, look, we have a good start. You just have to, like, I'll show my partner. I'm intimidating. I'm going to show. I'm doing this for
Hold on,
protect.
banter. Jade is slowly pulling out her pistol, like, I'm going to intimidate you with my pistol. She gives them the glaring eye, and they pat each other, and one of them pulls out a little Derringer pistol, it's called a muff diver. It's a little tiny pistol, and he pulls it out. The other one pulls out a knife, and they're like, They're gonna try to joint intimidate you.
Oh no.
Just being 2 people with 1d10 apiece.
Yep, that's not useful. Kane.
oh,
So the guy with the pistol looks more threatening than the guy with the gun, and you're like, beard stroking.
Guy with a knife, Kane. Guy with a knife.
I know, right? So Jade, you realize you have 2 guns. You're like, oh yeah. Like, well, here's 1 gun. What about this other gun? So I will give you a refresh combat round where you start over, roll your intimidation against them again. I mean, it's literally a battle of wits. Or you can also, Jade, to negate the success they got with you. That's one option. You can spend a willpower, or you can roll social, and if you get a success, you negate their success like it didn't even happen.
to be the devil on your shoulder here, I would also like to remind you that you can expend 1 bullet to negate one of their successes by negating one of them breathing.
Remember the effect.
I want a wheelbarrow. I don't need another dead body.
Yeah.
Those are good money, though.
That's more work.
The Cohen logic is applying. They had 1 success from you, Jade, so your combat gate base goes from 12 to 11.
I'm gonna try to intimidate again because it's higher than my social.
Sure. Like, fuck this.
I'm so useless right now. Oh my god.
1 success. There you are, staring at each other. You're like, I have a gun. They're like, I have a gun. But you're 1 person. We're 2. And you're like, yeah, you're 2. You pull out the other gun, and you're like, is that better? So you've reached this homeostasis of intimidation, and one of them goes, we've got ourselves a Mexican standoff here. From the background, a Mexican goes, hey! There has been no progress made and a genuine standoff here.
Sorry. I just want to take that car, and I don't want to hurt anyone, but if I have to, I will. This character like...
I know. Your hesitation is not wanting to hurt somebody, but being built to hurt people. It's such a conflicting amusement.
That's the funny part. I literally built this character to be scary, and I was like, but the mindset kicked in like a few days later. So it's like, oh no.
All right, Microwave is asking if she could just up and take the cart. Microwave, you can sneak in and take
go
the
ahead.
cart.
I mean, I'm having a Mexican standoff with these guys. You can just be like, mine, but dude, woo!
I know, right? And you can take his clothes too. Anyway, you can roll hide and evade to not be seen, or just say fuck it and roll athletic swiftness and just take off with it. Fuck you. And they could try to roll against that to catch up with you if they wanted to, and Jade could be like, All right, Microwave just rolled 9d10, which I think you raised your combat base high enough to do that. I have some bad news. That's a lot of 4s. 50% of your... Well, that's more than 50%. 5 4s in that roll. That's ridiculous. Okay, you have a 10 and a 7, which is 2 successes. Yeah, 2 successes. You were correct, Microwave. 2 successes, 10 and a 7. So basically, you just kind of like, just run in. You're like, nah, fuck this. Cart. And you're like pushing this cart as fast as you can. They're like, hey! Damn, pet just took our cart. And they look at you just realizing they said the generic racist term for Maroons. As they stare at the big bag nasty Maroon like, oh, we didn't mean that. Yeah, we didn't mean that. Sorry. What would you like to do, Jade? As fading in the background.
Pet, like, pet.
As you hear in the background, the squeaky wheel get quieter and quieter and quieter.
Kane, you pissed off the character. This is the one thing I didn't think was going to happen so soon in Kane.
Microwave's like, I had stolen this man's bag as well. Jade, I don't know if you're laughing because I just gave you a free hand at unrestricted violence.
I have violence now. I'm just laughing because I'm like, I was going to wait until at least like another game to start violencing, but oh my god.
It's like, did you guys just use the P word against me? Me?
6'5" giant fucking tiger man? It's a terrible choice, guys. What are you, humans?
They're gonna be humans. They're the most populous creatures in this Neo Kowloon. Of course they're humans.
Oh, I don't know what's funnier, if he would punch them in the face or just be like, I already have my fucking gun out. It's like, I don't know.
No, you're like, you raise a finger, you're like, okay. You put your guns away, pull out your brass knuckles, clench your fists, you're like, and you just give them the shoulder rug. I guess this is how it's gonna turn out then. One shoulder shrug later, and I guess you're gonna start decking people.
Yep. Thank you, Kane. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna.
There are 2 people. There is a thing that you can do in this game before you roll, Jade. You have a hand-to-hand 6. If you have 2 actions to do with 1 skill die, you don't roll the whole thing. You actually split your skill roll into 2 separate pools. So you have a hand-to-hand of 6. You could split it evenly for 3 for one guy and 3 for the other guy, or unevenly for like 2 for one guy and 4 for the other guy. But evenly is a good way to do it. Just man 1, 3 dice, man 2, 3 dice. If you want to guarantee your successes, you may spend your willpower now and then say how the willpower affects after the roll is made. Do you want to spend willpower? Plus 1 willpower, Jade. Okay. All right. Just slash roll 3d10 plus 3d10. Don't forget your exclamation point. There's always conflict in Neo Kowloon. Why can't people always get along? Because it's anarchy, Jade. It's anarchy. All right. Did you call me pet? Ah, good thing you spent that willpower point. Okay, Jade. You have 2 successes, a 6 and an 8 on one of the gentlemen, and you have no successes on the other gentleman. I'm assuming you want to spend that willpower to make a success on the other gentleman?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ugh, sorry. I'm good. I'm calm now.
Just, did you call me pet?
Pissed off the giant tiger man.
Oh.
One thing I didn't think anyone was gonna say right away in game. Kane. Did I even tell you?
Tony the Liger be pissed.
Tony the Liger? That's
He
hilarious.
has a social contract to destroy people because he heard weird sounds.
They're great. All right, so Jade, I'm rolling 2d10 and 2d10 respectively on each person. Let's see if they can not get hit.
One failed epically.
One failed horribly. The other one made the 1 success. So you go first to the one with the knife, and you're like, swing, and a miss. He's like, oh shit. So the knife ends up embedded in a wall somewhere as he panic dodges. And the other guy is like, oh no, and he raises his gun to you, and you're like, you just your face scrunches in angry form as the teeth get exposed. And that causes him to, ah! And your fist comes down across his face. Just one. good, strong KO later. I'm not going to roll anything else because he's botched terribly. And you hit him, and he like spins a whole 360 degrees, wobbles, and just like one of those floaty tube thingies on a parking lot advertisement, just wobbles for a second.
Wacky
and then just,
waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yes. Make sure you type that out, Bearsy. And he just falls down. Down. The other guy who threw his knife is like, fuck it! Sorry!
I got a knife, and I got a gun.
Knife gun.
I also got new money.
You're like, did you have anything on you, sir? Let's find out how much money this guy had on him.
Yeah, the guy that's KO'd.
I'm going to roll a 1d3. 1, he has hardly anything, or anything at all. 2, he has 1d10 in money.
It's going to happen, too.
A
Thanks, guys.
3, I'll do 1d10 times 10. Thank you, Microwave.
I love both of you. Thank you.
We're gonna show everybody else and
A minute.
stream this because this is like classic. I like the money thing. Open up his wallet.
That was stolen from another Discord. I only recycle.
I don't care. It's great.
You have
Hey,
light mode.
recycling is good for the environment, man.
Yeah.
You do these gifts.
Just to let you know, Jade's punch with the brass knuckles is +10, and her punch by itself is 9. So she just did 19 points of damage on a punch.
Ooh,
The
goodness me.
the gun example used is 16 damage points.
Oh my.
Jade just punched
Like
for
a Mack
19.
truck?
Yeah.
I told you guys, I don't want to fight. I don't want to. I just.
Whew. Oh.
because when you punch people, all of their teeth end up somewhere down the street.
Yeah. So as a thing for anybody to know, if you want to do more damage, a 10 on your roll gives you +1 or +10%, whichever is greater in your benefit, to your damage total. A 10 does that without anything special. Or you can roll prowess on a physical attack, and every success does that same effect.
Ooh, thank you for telling me this.
You want to
Someone
do?
restate that because he roboted.
Oh.
You can, if you slug somebody, you can roll prowess in addition to your hand-to-hand skill, and every success of prowess adds either 10% of your damage again, or 1 damage, whichever is greater.
Thank you.
Oh
We
my
know what
God.
happened like 3 years ago then.
Yeah, you know why you're wanted by the police.
You punched somebody as hard as you could, and you accidentally broke their fucking neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also you compare that value that Jade just did, 19 points of damage, just as a straight out punch, to the physical threshold. If your break bone value is below that, you break bone. So,
Oh God.
if your break bone physical threshold is below 19, yeah, you just broke a bone in your face. That sucks. You get physical penalties to that. So, some people who are like ridiculously tough will have high values in that area. Some people who aren't will have low values on that. Comparative, Jade would not have broken her own bones. So congratulations,
I should
Jade.
hope not.
You just ruined someone's day.
And their dental work.
It's one of the few words you don't use, and you guys don't know this in character.
Someone probably does. You don't call them pets.
My character probably knows it as an online meme.
You know what? I could just see Maroons walking downtown. What's up, my pet?
Yep.
All right. So anyway,
Is scritching also like a derogatory thing? I'm gonna give you scritches.
it can be. I mean, very potentially, possibly.
These are the answers we need to ask of society.
These are the questions. These are the real questions. Bursey asking the real questions.
The real questions.
The real
Tonight
questions.
at 9.
All right, so having just done that, we're going to get back to TC. But before we get back to TC, guess what?
Vas.
What are we doing?
I'm going to take a piss break real quick.
Oh wait,
Oh.
use the
Put up the
sign I made,
bathroom
Kane.
image.
It is up. What are you talking about? You guys are just slow.
It is up. Is there actually anybody enjoying this?
I'm enjoying playing. I don't really care for if anybody.
I meant it like
I don't
the
care for the
Twitch.
audience's enjoyment. I don't know.
I think there's 4 people watching, and they're us.
Well, then we have a connection with the audience more profound than we could ever imagine.
Thank you for that banter.
Banter and his wisdom.
Right.
See, we have something many streamers don't. We truly understand our audience, but who understands themselves?